Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Part 2 gang, y'all. Let's get it, y'all. Part 2 gang. Let's get it. Like, share, subscribe. Let's get it. Let's go. My word, she was like, I ain't messing with him no more if he messed this up. I'm looking at her like, yeah, you picked the wrong one. But I ain't say that, though. I kept my composure because I already knew what time it was slightly. Like, bro showed signs off the rip. I told y'all he always used to show signs when he risked his baby mama or his mama, whoever was bringing him that pack for his birthday or Christmas, whatever. He wouldn't get no money with it. He wouldn't get no money. Now, I understand, like, I get the personal game because I'm crazy with the personal game, but I'm still going to make business money, too. Like, I'm not just going to do all prison money. It depends what I got. Like, if I got enough to make business money, then that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make money outside of the little cookies and cakes. So he didn't care. Zoe didn't care about the jump, man. So she told me how she was feeling. I still ain't throw no dirt on bro, man. I just kind of slid. I ain't really know how to react. Like what she was getting at by calling me down there, asking me, was that my $100? I wanted to ask her, like, how you know? But then it hit me like my people's last name on the joint. You know what I mean? So I'm like, she probably already knows. So I just went back upstairs and I told my roommate, like, yo, shorty, pull up on me. Talk about, was that my $100? So my roommate was like, you gave him $100? I'm like, yeah, bro. He said he needed it. He was like, he ain't even got the roll of money. I said, bro, the man said he's supposed to give her $300. He said he ain't even got that. $300. I know dudes that was paying a roll of $600 right now. You know what I mean? So I'm like, man, he wilding, man. I'm like, my roommate was like, yo, that's wild, man. I was like, man, bro, when she came to me with that, I said, bro, I started to tell her, bro, you chose who you chose. You picked the wrong dude. Like, you told me straight up you was rocking with Zoe. Now, I ain't trying to throw no dirt on, bro. You know what I mean? But that's what she said. You know what I mean? So I just let it be, man. You know what I mean? My roommate was like, bro, stay out of that junk, bro. Like, I was like, all right, bro, I ain't got nothing to do with that. I was like, she chose who she chose, and that's just what it is. You know what I mean? So I was like, furthermore, bro better have, I said, bro told me he was going to give me $25 for that $1. You know what I mean? Because his back was against the wall. So I was like, for real, I want my quarter. He was like, he going to give it to you. He going to give it to you. I was like, I know. So another day go by. I don't say nothing to her. You know what I mean? She don't work no double. I don't say nothing to her. But I see Zoe, and Zoe see me. Zoe like, yo, man. He be like, yo, Weezy, man, I appreciate that, man, for real, man. He be like, that's my baby, man. He be like, that's my baby. He be like, look. He was like, look, don't say nothing. He was like, look, punished her last night, bro. Man, she think I couldn't handle her. He was like, I punished that big woman, man. I punished her last night. I was like, oh, you hit? He was like, yeah. I'm saying in my head, my brain is like, my brain wrestling, my brain like this. Ah! They throwing the slow combos like the old heads. That's what my brain doing. Because I'm stupid, man. I let this one get past me, bro, beating it up and everything, y'all. So boom. So I had to stand there and listen to this. I'm like, you hit that chunk, bro? You like, yeah, bro. Yeah. He like, look, and she gonna bring more work, bro. Like, I told her, bro, like, I ain't really a businessman. I ain't really like with the business, bro. Like, hey, Weezy, look, I go home, bro, 2000 and later, bro. I ain't got long, bro. So like, I told her, like, I don't even really be trying to sell nothing unless it's little dudes that I know and stuff in my box. Like how you be doing, having customers all over the compound. He was like, Weezy, I'm scared of that. So I told her, like, I ain't really a businessman. Like, she just gotta work with me. I'm gonna give her something every time, but I'm gonna give her this wood though. Like, that's the main thing I'm giving her, Weezy. I'm gonna give her this wood, yeah. Her old butt want this young wood. I'm gonna give her this wood. I'm like, yo, so look though, bro. I'm saying though, like, you know what I mean? He's like, look, before you even say something, she ain't only bringing in what I'm asking for. She ain't doing nothing extra, nothing no more, bro. I'm just trying to mess with the la-la for the time being. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm like, I was listening to him like, man, bro, I don't want to get no money, man. I was like, man, this lady booty this big, man. She can bring a whole pound in her booty, y'all, so boo. Bro, you're not even thinking business-minded, but I still didn't say nothing to him because I never wanted him to feel like I was that guy. You know what I mean? Like, people go through stuff like this all the time in penitentiary when it's this guy thinks this lady like him, this guy thinks she's like him. Like, everybody's not like me. The person that's in my position when it comes to the CO lady and stuff, they gonna be like, forget this dude, even though they gotta beat him up and get him out the building. I have seen it like that sometimes, man. But me, I'm more cool, calm, and collective. Like, I got stuff going on right now. I'm not desperate. Only thing that he's getting that I'm not getting is the poo-poo. That's it. So I'm at a point where, like, you know, like, it is what it is, man. But I'm hearing him talk about it. He's telling me to play. He's telling me he don't want to make money. I can't do nothing about it. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. So I'm like, yo, so when you think you, he was like, look, I'm about to be straight hopefully tomorrow. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, she just keep bringing the la-la. I said, who she be getting the la-la from? He was like, man, I just be telling her to buy it for me, man. She find it from somewhere. So I'm like, man, he just sending the lady all around the world. Ain't even looking out for the lady, man. Like, I ain't even gonna lie, the hater, like, I didn't even know I had a hater side, but like, the hater side of me was like, yo, bro, man, if you don't take that joke, man, take the car over Weezy. That's what my conscience was, man, take the car over Weezy. My other conscience was like, no, don't be greedy. You already have a situation going on with Rudy. You already getting a zipper la-la once a month. Don't be greedy. Don't be greedy. The other conscience like, man, I ain't trying to hear that, man. You can get your own zipper la-la. I was like, you right, so boom. I started really thinking like, yo, I'm gonna have to see what's going on, man. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have to see what's really good. But I was like, look, I can't make a move until I can see what's gonna happen if he's gonna get this second package. You know what I mean? Like, that's what's gonna count. So the nighttime roll around, bro, do his same little song and dance. He moving around, he doing this, he doing that. Next thing you know, he pop up with the joint. So when he pop up with the joint, I see him. He's not looking like he's trying to hide it from me this time, like getting the package like he did that first time. So I know he got it. I can tell how he moving. So he moving crazy. The lady, Miss Sims, is on the floor. So that gave it away too. So I'm like, I know he got it. So he getting it joint. So while we still downstairs, he like, yo, hey Weezy, I need to holler at you. I'm like, but he set it on some like, hey Weezy, I need to holler at you, Weezy. I'm like, all right, I'm talking to a dude though. I'm like, what's up? He like, man, look. Hey, Weezy, look, man. She brought me some of this too. I was like, what's this? I looked, I was like, I said, that's some Hardee's chicken? He was like, yeah. I was like, you got that too? He was like, yeah. I was like, how much is it? He said, she said it's only $1 gram. I looked, I eyeballed it. I was like, yeah, it looked about right. I was like, you got la-la too? He was like, I want to hit him with the cam off Pay the Fool. You got la-la and Hardee's chicken right there in that. I started to get it up. But I ain't gonna do it to him, man. But I'm like, you got Hardee's chicken and la-la? Like, for real? He was like, yeah. He was like, bro, I need your help, bro. He was like, cuz she said she gonna cut me off if I don't produce $500 at least, bro. You know what I mean? I was like, bro, you got way more than enough to get $500. I said, you can't get $500? He said, man, I need you to help me, bro. I said, man, hold on. Before we go even further, where my cord at? He said, wait till we go upstairs. I got the la-la right here. He was like, he went there, he was like, he had a la-la in his pocket. He was like, I got the la-la right here. I said, bro, I said, look, what you need me to do again? That la-la calmed me down. He was like, hey, right here, bro. I was like, all right, what you need me to do now? He was like, bro, I just need you to give me $500, bro. I don't care about nothing else, bro. He was like, how much can you get out this Hardee's chicken? I looked at it. I was like, look, we got to look at that upstairs, bro. I was like, how much longer you going to be down here? I said, because we need to take care of that before lockdown if I can run around in this hole. He was like, I'm about to come upstairs now. I'm about to come upstairs. I said, bro, come upstairs. My roommate and your roommate playing chess. I said, let's go straight upstairs to my cell. He was like, all right. So I went to my cell, got the door open, went over there. I'm just sitting in the cell. I see him coming. He coming to join. I was like, yo, hit the button. Hey, can you close my door? I do the cut up. I'm like, yo, let me see the pack. Yeah, me the pack. I see the Hardee's chicken. I'm like, man, I was like, bro, you know dimes go for $50, right? He was like, I ain't never sold no Hardee's chicken, Weezy. I was like, bro, I mean, for real, I'm just letting you know what the price is, bro. He was like, 10's going for $50. He said, how many 10's you think you can get out this joint? I was like, I don't know, bro. I went under my mattress. I grabbed a razor that I took out of a razor that you don't supposed to do. You know what I mean? You don't supposed to take a razor out of a razor. But I had a razor like just for cutting sheets and different stuff like that. So I grabbed a razor. You know what I mean? I grabbed a rock. Cut that joint. I was like, next thing I know, I looked up. It was 850 blocks. I was like, man. I'm like, yeah, it's about an 8-piece. I was like, yeah. I said, it's about 400 in the Hardee's chicken. I said, what I get out of the deal? He was like, what you want, Weezy? I was like, what you mean what I want? What you think I'm gonna do this for free? He was like, nah, I didn't think you was gonna do it for free. But he was like, I'm giving you a whole quarter right now, though. While I'm talking, he over there with the la-la like this. He get the la-la right. He like, I'm giving you a whole quarter. I'm like, bro, that was already spoken for, but I gave you $100 for that. Like, it wasn't for free. Let's get that straight. You know what I mean? He was like, I know, Weezy, man, but what you want? I said, bro, listen, out of this 400, I said, I'm going to keep 100. So that's 300. I said, give me something for the la-la, and I'm going to take care of the whole 500 for you, man, next day or so. He was like, all right. So we sat in there and bagged up the spoons. I bagged up the Hardy's chicken for him. You know what I mean? I still played fair with bro, even though I had bad intentions in my brain. It was like my intentions was getting so crazy about how I really wanted to just tell her that she picked a loser to rock with. Like, I didn't even want to look her in her face because I was scared to talk to her about this. Like, I didn't want to be that hating dude. You know what I mean? So I'm like, man, like him coming to me and asking to help, that kind of took the attention off everything that I wanted to do in the first place, y'all. So boom. So after we bagged up, next thing you know, we shoot out. We out in the pod, you know what I mean? It's still time. I straight run to White Boy Jake cell. White Boy Jake sleep next door in 3C. He been in the Bing forever. Been in the Bing forever. This man been in the Bing like 5 months. My word, White Boy Jake never want to get out. I guess they just waiting to ship him. I don't know what they doing, but White Boy Jake been back there a minute. White Boy Jake spin that bag. White Boy Jake can still get on that phone, even when the phone get rolled to him on wheels in the hole, and he got to come through the chuck hole and use the phone. White Boy Jake still spin that bag. That's a lot. White Boy Jake like that la-la, but he really loved that Hardy's chicken, so I already knew it. So I go holler at White Boy Jake. I get a lady open the back door. I slide at Jake. White Boy Jake sleeping 42 right by the back door. I shoot over there. I get this cell. I'm like, yo, Jake. He like, hey, what's up, bud? I'm like, hey, look, man. Look what I got. He was like, what's that? I was like, some freaking Hardy's chicken. He was like, you got Hardy's chicken? I was like, I got Hardy's chicken, bro. I was like, what's up? He was like, how much is it? I was like, look, man, what you trying to spend, man? He was like, man, if it's good, I'll buy it all. I ain't got nothing else to do. I'm back here. You think I don't want to mess with the Hardy's chicken back here? I was like, man, listen, it's good, man. He was like, let me try it. Let me try it. Come back in the morning. If it's right in the morning, I'll be having the phone. When the phone line come around, I'll take care of it for you. Everything, I'll take care of it for you. I was like, all right, man. You know what I mean? I gave him a little piece of it. I was like, knocked a little piece off. I gave it to him. I slid, you know what I mean? I go downstairs. I go holler at the black dude. It was this black dude, Rasta dude. Rasta had dreads all the way down his feet down there. You hear me? Rasta had dreads all the way down his feet on everything. That man dreads was super long. He one of the dudes that's a lifer in the hole, never getting out because he bucked on cutting his hair. He's back there, you know what I mean? But he love that la-la. He's a real Rasta. He from the island somewhere. He love the la-la. His peoples look out for him. So I do business with him. I shoot over there, holler at him. I'm like, yo, look. I got a $1.51 for la-la. You trying to get it? He was like, yeah, I'm trying to get it. He said, can you wait till tomorrow for the money? I was like, yeah. He was like, you trust me? I was like, yeah. I gave it to him. You know what I mean? I gave it to him. So $1.50 for him. I let White Boy Jake try test out the joint. You know what I mean? I let him test out the joint. Yeah, now I'm gonna go back the next day, holler at him tomorrow. When I go holler at bro tomorrow, the next day, when I go holler at Jake the next day, I go to Jake door. Jake come to the door like this. Jake was like, you got any more of that, man? I said, you know it. So boom. I said, what's up? What you want? He was like, I want it all. I said, I got $300. I had $400, but I'm keeping one in the cut because hardball, Hardy's chicken, whatever you want to call it, it comes in handy, man, like for big spending sometimes, trading, all type of stuff. So I said, I'm going to hold this 100 that he said I can keep. Jake was like, man, look, that's all you got. What happened? What's going to happen at the end of the week when I don't have any more, man? I said, well, you just ain't got no more, Jake. This ain't the street. What you want me to do? He was like, I'm going to take care of it for you, man. Give me the information. I gave him the information. Jake went about his business. Jake got that Hardy's chicken. I went back to the pod. You know what I mean? I seen bro. I said, yo, bro, look, tomorrow I'm going to have that for you. He was like, tomorrow? I was like, tomorrow, bro. Tomorrow, I got you, bro. You know what I mean? I got you, bro. He was like, thanks, bro. Thanks, bro. I was like, man, you good. I was like, bro, quit messing up too, bro. Like, you be wilding, bro. He was like, how I be messing? I said, bro, you ain't trying to make no money. I said, bro, how you want to have a roller with no? He said, man, Weezy, I ain't trying to do nothing but do it to her and let's get high, Weezy. Like, okay, I ain't messing with that big old lady, man. Like, oh, you really talking like I'm supposed to go home to her or something. Like, dudes be so green and super stupid. Like, they don't understand what they got. Like, bro, you don't even, bro, once you bag a CO, you can't look at her like that. Like, you got to look at it like, if I bag a CO, I'm looking at it like, even if I'm not attracted to her that much, I'm going home, all the above, I'm going to try to mold her for my man. I'm going to try to keep the ball rolling. That's what he's supposed to do. He just struck a position. He just struck a good predicament, and he's taking advantage of it, y'all. So, boom. I can't change his mind, how to hustle. I can't do none of this stuff. We come back out for the late jump now. You know what I mean? Now, this is the next day. I go back over. I went to the pods earlier and grabbed the bread. So I gave him the bread. Now, Miss Sims is back at work. Miss Sims is back at work, so we go out, we go downstairs. He take care of the joint, you know what I mean? He take care of the joint. I guess he take care of it, so I'm moving around. I'm chilling. I got la. I'm all right. I ain't got to do nothing. I ain't really got to do nothing, so I'm moving around. Holler at Dread down that joint, super litty, off the la, you know what I mean? I go kick it with him for a second. I'm moving around. I hear her call me to the booth. Hey, White. I look. When I look, I seen Zoe. He looked too. He was like, because he was standing like way by cell 12, talking to the dude. He was like, he looked too. She like, hey, White, come here. I'm like, why she call me? I walked to the booth. I'm like, what's up? She was like, you a hustling mom too. I was like, what? She was like, how do you scramble up $500 that fast? I just gave him that shit yesterday, damn near. I was like, what you mean? I was like, I kind of wanted to tell the truth. Like, this time I'm not going to cover for him. Not in a hating way, but I kind of wanted to tell the truth. Y'all, I ain't going to hold y'all, man. So I'm like, man, that's just what I do, man. I know how to get money. Like, what you mean? I was like, for real, I'm getting money already, to be honest with you. Like, I'm just helping, bro, just to help you, because I don't want to see you out back. She was like, oh, for me? I'm like, for you? Like, I mean, I could have told that nigga, nah. I said, you the one chose a nigga that don't know how to get to the bag. Right then and there, I was like, Weezy, you hating, Weezy? My bad conscience, like, nigga, keep going. I'm like, you the one chose somebody who don't know how to get to the money. You know what I mean? She was like, I thought I can teach him. Like, if I bring you the stuff, you supposed to be able to. I seen her eyeball. She was like, I seen her looking. I was like, I looked back. Bro was walking up like this. Bro was walking like this. That joke was like in slow motion. He was coming from cell 12 to the booth. He was like, that shit like it was a slow motion. I was watching him get close. He was like, I looked up at her eyeballs. I was like, oh shit. I turned around, seen that nigga. I was like, yo, let me out. She's like, I'll talk to you later. I slid. So I was like, you gone, Weezy? I was like, yeah, pill. He don't even know I want your girl, bro. So boom. I went upstairs feeling like I got somewhere though. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm like, yo, for real though, if she do choose me, man, like, bro can't say nothing, man. I ain't trying to hear that. Like, for real, man. Like, this is business right here, bro. Like, you know what I mean? So I go back upstairs like I always do. I let my roommate know the count. I let my roommate know the whole count. I tell her everything. Like, roommate was like, yo, man, let's take that joint from bro, man. He was like, look, I got 300. You give her 300, bro. He was like, let's give her $600. I bet you she do something. I was like, but I'm saying though, we gonna be like, bro, though, you know what I mean? I was like, man, he was like, man, still though, bro, like, you know what I mean? Like, what's up though? I'm like, man, this junk crazy, man. I was like, man, forget it. Like, I never wanted to be this person, but it was like, I'm forced to be this person. Like, I'm helping him. Like, it's a slime ball move. She chose bro, but she keep flirting with me. Like, what would y'all do if y'all was in my shoes, man? I want to know, y'all. So boom, please tell me, man. I need to know what y'all would do, man. Like, I be telling y'all, like, I have done stuff that I'm not proud of in there, but I do everything out of survival. Like, even if sometimes it comes across as a slime ball move. Y'all see, I was helping him. I've been trying to do this and do that, but she picked the wrong dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what can I do about her picking the wrong person? She's about the money. She's about the money. Everything else is a bonus, but she's about the bag. You know what I mean? So I ain't paying no attention. I was like, man, forget this John. I'm gonna try to take her. It depends. If the right opportunity presents itself, she's mine. So the next morning, we go to breakfast. I see Zoe. Zoe was like, hey, Weezy. I was like, what's up? He was like, hey, bro, let me ask you something, bro. And I seen how his face looked. I'm like, what's up? He was like, hey, yo, what Sam's was talking to you about yesterday? She was talking about me? I'm like, what make you think she was talking about you? He was like, y'all just looked like y'all was talking about me when I was walking up. I wanted to say as you was doing that slow ass double dragon walk. I said, bro, listen, bro, like, we won't talk about you, bro. I said, bro, I was trying to tell her I be moving over there. Da, 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 da. He was like, hey, bro, you ain't gotta lie to me, bro. I was like, gotta lie, bro. I said, bro, didn't I just help you out, bro? He said, man, Weezy, I know you want my bitch. I said, what? He said, nigga, I know you want my bitch. I said, bro, listen, bro. I said, man, go ahead with that shit, Zoe, man. He was like, man, shit, nigga. Yeah, but look, though, that's me right there, bro. I handle it how I handle it, bro. You stay out of that shit. I don't know what she told you, but I know y'all was talking about me. I know it. I felt it, bro. I was like, all right, bro. Like, that's how you feel, bro. I was like, bro, listen, bro, I don't want your bitch. You know what I mean? But I'm lying through my fucking teeth, y'all. So boom. I told him whatever he wanted to hear. He knew I was lying. I knew I was fucking lying, but I still said what I had to say. You know what I mean? I gave his ass a Denzel, bro. I don't want your bitch, bro. What the hell is you talking about, bro? out here, bro. I picked with this side over here. I'm standing there with my homeboy. I said, yo, man, this nigga done pull up on me telling me I want this bitch. Da 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 da. I'm like, man, I don't want her. You know what I mean? So night shift come around. Night shift roll around. I see her. I'm not trying to really act like I'm pressed when I go downstairs and see her. I'm not trying to act like I'm pressed, but what she do? Hey, White. I'm like, what's up? She like, what you got going on? I'm like, what you mean what I got going on? What's up? She like, I'm just saying though, like, for real though, White man, like, what's up though? Like, what's up? I'm like, what you mean what's up? What you need to talk about? I was like, look, man, forget all that. I was like, look, what would you do if I tell you I had $600? She was like, shh, I'll tell you I'm your damn girlfriend. I was like, man, stop playing with me, man. She was like, nah, for real, White. She was like, she came out to the bar. She was like, you got 600 for real? I was like, yeah, I can get it. I can get it. I said, what you gonna do? And then what you gonna do about bro? She was like, shh, like for real though? I was like, yeah, you chose the wrong person. Like I told your dumb ass. She started laughing. I said, man, you ain't know how I move. I said, you know how I move, but you just probably, you know what I mean? You fall for who you fall for. So we joking about it. And she like, I'm saying, White, like for real though, like if I do it, if I get the 600, like I wanted to be all the way done with Zoe. I wanted to be all the way done. I wanted to be all the way done, White. So like, I mean, can you get rid of him? I'm like, what? Like the words she was asking me, y'all, like I couldn't believe this shit. So boom. I was like, what? What do you mean get rid of him? What the hell you talk about? She was like, I said, you can get rid of him. What the fuck you need me to? I cut her ass right on off. You can get rid of him. What you need me to get? She was like, nah, She was like, I don't do nothing but work this booth. That's it. I was like, man, look. She was like, look, get somebody to beat him up. Get to fighting. I was like, I started, right when she said that, I started thinking, man, like, and I'm not going to say where this dude is from. I'm not going to say where this dude is from, man, but it was this one dude, man. He used to clean the cell. Me and my roommate would pay him feesies. We would pay him feesies or food sometimes. He would clean the cell. He would do the laundry, like not our drawers. He would clean the sweatsuits and our thermals and stuff like that. He would wash and clean those. You know what I mean? Like he would clean he was cleaning like when people make swoles and they bowls got chili and all that stuff and soup. He would wash your bowls clean. He had a dishes business. He done all of this stuff. But he's an old ex-fighter, kind of like he used to fight a lot back in the day. He's probably like 40 something, but he didn't look that old. But he was one of them dudes that could sit like he can fight. And he was from the same place as Zoe was from, but he didn't like Zoe because Zoe used to always try to shine on the man because of his little business that he used to be doing, like he was a bum. So he never liked Zoe. So it was a bunch of times that I had went back and told him like, yo, Zoe acting crazy with the la. I told y'all when he come back from the VI. From his mama or whoever bring him, I went back to bro and told him that, and he be like, man, I'll take it. He lucky, man. I'll take his stuff. I'll take his stuff, man. Give me this and I'll take it. Pay me this Weezy and I'll take it. I'm telling you, I used to be like, man, calm down, man. I ain't finna get you to jump out there. But when she said that, like, the money is in my mind, and like everything is in my mind, man. And like, I think it's about time for Zoe to get up out of here, y'all. So boom. I said, look. I'm gonna see what I can do, man. I said, but look, if I do that, man, what's good though? Like, she was like, if he's out this pod, out this building, she was like, it's me and you, baby. She was like, it's me and you, baby. It's me and you. I was like, all right, I'm gonna hold you to that, Miss Sales, man. I was like, cause look, the sex and all that shit, I was like, that's a bonus, man. I said, of course I want to goddamn power drive your big booty ass. I said, I'm trying to get to this money. You know what I mean? I said, but for real though, you right. We ain't gonna be able to do business long as Zoe here. I said, for real, he pulled up on me today and told me he thought we was talking about him the other day. She was like, yeah, he asked me that shit too. Like, he know, but like, he did this to himself. He ain't no businessman. He ain't no real businessman. I'm like, yo, look, I'm gonna get back with you. So I dip. I go back upstairs. Everybody locked down. I go both sale. I was like, yo, come here. He was like, what? I go to straight slot. I pop his straight slot. I nail down. Old head, I was telling y'all about that be cleaning shit. I said, yo, look, man. I said, I got a job for you. He was like, what? I said, matter of fact, his seller was laying in the bed with his headphones. I was like, hey, CEO, I said, let me get my bowl right quick. She looked, she opened his door. He stepped out. I was like, hey, look. I said, bro, look. I said, bro, I'll give you $50, bro. Commissary, bro. I said, you goddamn beat the hell out of goddamn Zoe, bro, and get him up out of here. He was like, my pleasure, Weezy. You got the $50. I said, damn right. I said, man, he said, go get the $50. He said, I fucked that nigga up at breakfast. I said, man, shit. I ran upstairs. I tell my roommate to play. My roommate was like, man, your ass a maniac. I was like, bro, listen. That's what she said, bro. I was like, man, he was like, man, that shit in the way, bro. I was like, man, fuck it, bro. Like, I ain't gonna do it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna pay bro to do it. Now there's words. I give bro, I get the shit right. $50. Do some Newports in there, some different shit, blacks. Oh, they get a nigga about blacks. Y'all know I don't come off the black of my eye. Throw all that shit in there. I went back down the stairs like this. I went down the stairs proud. I was like, God damn, like that nigga off. That nigga was like, consider it done, Weezy. I said, bro, don't let me down. I said, man, beat that nigga ass, man. I said, even if you go to the hole, I said, trust me, bro, I can get you back over here, bro. I said, I can get you back over here, man. He was like, I mean, I ain't tripping if I don't, but just send me something if I go back there, though. I said, man, get that nigga out this pod, man. He said, I got it. I said, make sure then, nigga. So, boom. I couldn't wait till the morning time. I'm like, man, fuck this shit. I'm thinking like a psycho. I done let my bad conscience get the best of me, man. And that happens. That's how a lot of us end up in penitentiary, letting our bad conscience get the best of us, man. And I have just put my first hit out on somebody in penitentiary. I'd never done this before. But this wasn't a violent hit. This was just a fighting hit. You know what I mean? But I'm like, fuck it, I want this nigga roller. I know it's petty, man, but fuck that, man. I wanted to hit Miss goddamn Sims big boot ass, man. I want her to be mine on the low, man. She already said she chose the wrong guy. So basically it's me anyway, you know what I mean? So I gotta get sinister to get it though, man. You know what I mean? So morning time, couple doors pop, I'm up. I come out, come down the steps, everybody looking around. You know what I mean? Zoe sleeping cell 10. I come down the steps, as soon as I come down the steps, I look up, I see old head already strapped up and ready. Old head strapped up and ready, he like this. He moving around, he talking to his roommate, he trying to time this shit right. The doors just pop. That nigga got down, that nigga walked down the jump. That nigga seen Zoe. Zoe stepped out. He told Zoe, I seen him tell Zoe, hey, me holler at you in here. And Zoe looked at him like, holler at me in here for what? He was like, Zoe was backing up in his cell. And Zoe was backing up in his cell. All you heard was, I'm talking about them niggas knocking in that bitch, but I can't see it. So I'm getting closer. And this nigga's watching, and I'm like, I get close, I'm like, and I look. Man, I looked in that joint, man. That nigga Zoe had old head ass like this. Man, it was over with, man. Old head was going first. That shit was like, man, he slammed old head, bald head, hit the fucking floor so damn hard. He was like, bro, slam that nigga on his head. Boom! That's word. That nigga was stuck on his head. That nigga like he was doing the move Chris Brown did on Stump the Yard Gang. That nigga was like, I was like, oh shit. It was about the same size. But I'm thinking old head a former fighter. Man, Zoe dumped that nigga ass. Oh, he dumped the shit out old head. Fight over with, man. Old head roommate came in that bitch like, oh, that's it. That's it, man. That nigga Zoe was like, he kicked that nigga. Get the fuck out of my cell. Fuck wrong with you. Fuck wrong with you, nigga. Get the fuck out of my cell. Kick that nigga again. Old head, get up. I was like, I'm sitting there looking at this shit like, oh shit. My roommate sitting over there looking at me like, I'm like, man, shit, crazy, man. He beat up the hitter, y'all, so boom. I was like, yo. I said, yo, this shit is nuts, man. I was like, this shit crazy, man. My word. So goddamn, the whole day, like I don't know what Zoe was thinking. I don't know if he was just that mad, but I was staying away from him anyway, because I don't know what the fuck was gonna happen next. So I'm like, let me get my ass on point, just in case he figures something out. You know what I mean? So the whole day, me and him don't even fucking speak. Old head is on fucking bed rest with a big ass Popeye knot on his damn head. But I promise you, that nigga had a goddamn egg on his damn head, man. That shit was huge. He got dumped on his head, but he was alright. But he's on bed rest though. So old head in the joint, you know what I mean? I go check on him one time, just like, cause I walk by his cell, I'm like, what's up, you alright? He was like, yeah, I'm good. I was like, you sure you need something? He was like, no, I'm good. So I'm like, damn, that shit crazy. So I'm starting to see niggas talking shit, you know what I mean? Niggas talk. Goddamn, I'm like, damn, that shit wild as a bitch. I'm like, yo, this shit crazy, man. I don't know who told the nigga. Somebody had to tell this nigga, man. My word, somebody had to tell this nigga, man. But I look up and I see him, man. He looking at me. Nigga Zoe looking at me. He was like, hey, he called old head name. Where you get all that food from here in this city? I see he got a bag of food. This nigga don't be cleaning up like that. That nigga look like he get the package with that bag. Who gave him that bag, Weezy? I'm like, what the fuck you asking me for, nigga? We trying to cross the pond. I'm like, what the fuck you asking me for? He like, oh yeah? Oh yeah? Oh yeah? I'm like, man, look, bro, like, I ain't trying to hear all that. I'm wrong, y'all. Like, I'm all the way in the wrong. So I don't say shit. Nighttime rolling around, he don't say nothing. You know what I mean? I don't even say nothing to Miss Sims. I didn't even go down that joint. But now he's moving like he got that package again. I'm like, damn, like, she brought him a package one more time for the road after asking me to fucking get rid of this dude. I'm like, what type of shit is this? So I'm starting to get mixed emotions about what the hell Miss Sims got going on. So I'm like, damn. So bro moving like he got the package, which he ended up having the package. So he get the joint, he see me. He's trying to shine on me. He was like, hey man, ask bro if he's still trying to buy that quarter, bro. He asked a nigga in the hole. I'm like, this nigga, man. He trying to shine. He out here. Goddamn, we going back in the cell. Goddamn, I'm like, this nigga wild as a bitch. It's my word. We wake up the next morning. Man. I didn't hear none of this shit. I slept through all of this shit. So this shit had to happen late night. Man, I wake up the next morning. That nigga ass was gone. Man. Niggas was like, yo, the police ran in that nigga shit last night. I was like, what? Niggas was like, yeah, people ran down on the nigga. I was like, yo, what the fuck? Nigga was like, yeah. It was like, ran down on him, found him with the la-la. Goddamn, bro had a banger in there and everything. Like, bro was wild with it in the cell. So I'm like, oh, shit. I'm like, damn. Like, it feel fucked up. But the only thing I could think about is that, damn, I finally got Miss Sims to my damn self. I'm like, I can't. I was like, I might hit tonight. Shit. I was like, this nigga gone? I was like, this shit crazy as a bitch. Man, I was like, damn. So the old head nigga that got the knot on his head and shit, you know what I mean? Like, that nigga was like kind of on bed rest and shit. His roommate came out and was like, hey, what you say? Bro said he need to holler at you. I'm like, what's up? I walk in the joint. He was like, hey, look, you owe me. I was like, what the fuck I owe you for? He was like, he in the bed talking to me. He like, I got rid of your problem. I was like, what you mean you got rid of my problem? He was like, you told me to get rid of him. I couldn't beat his ass. I had to do the next best thing. I said, what's the next best thing? He said, shit, I wrote the investigator. I said, you did what? He said, I wrote the investigator. I said, man, come here, man. He was like, what? I said, man, come here. He got up. He was like, man, I can't fucking walk. I'm all fucked up. I said, man, come here. He was like, what? I said, I hit his dumb ass. I walked in this room. I said, man, what the fuck, man? You better keep my name out this shit, man. I don't want this shit. I don't owe you shit, nigga. I ain't tell you to write no fucking investigation. I hit his dumb ass again. That nigga was like, oh. He did a oh. He fell like this when I hit him the second time. He was like, oh. He hit the ground. He's like, come on. We was on the ground. He's like, come on, really? I was like, man, shut the fuck up, man. I said, man, get the fuck out this pod, man. If I tell niggas you a fucking snitch, man, the hell is wrong with you? I ain't tell you to do that shit. I said, I paid you to do what I wanted you to do, nigga. Don't put me in the middle of that bullshit. He was like, give me $20 and I'll leave. I said, man, you can get the fuck out of here, man. I'm gonna send you $20 when you in the fucking hole. Word, I looked up, old head checked in. I was like, damn, man, like that shit turned out spooky as a bitch. That shit turned out extra spooky, man. So I'm chilling. I'm like, damn, the only thing I could do now is just wait for Miss Sims to fucking come in. Like, but damn, now I pay this nigga. Like, everything just went crazy at the end, man. So I'm waiting for Miss Sims. I look up. It's the fucking white dude working in the booth. I'm like, a black dude working the floor. I'm like, I seen the white dude. I was like, hey, where Miss Sims at? He was like, hey, they walked her off, man. Yeah, as soon as she came to work today, he was like, as soon as we got in tonight, he said, investigators, everybody was out there waiting for her, man. They walked her off. Like, I don't know what happened. Like, they just grabbed her and took her. I was like, for real, man? He was like, yeah. The only thing I could think about is fucking the nigga Zoe might have dropped a dime. He was talking all that about to go home shit. The whole shit turned out wicked, man. But it's her fault for choosing the wrong nigga anyway. Pretty much, man. Like, I didn't even get a chance. I never get a chance to get my own roller. After all that fucking sinister shit, I still don't win, y'all. It was a fucked up situation, man. I promise y'all, man. But for real, the nigga Zoe got transferred. I don't know what the fuck. He might got his shit reduced for snitching on Miss Sims because they niggas already said he snitched on her and said she was bringing the pack. That was the word, you know what I mean? Old head ended up going to another building, man. That whole shit was fucked up. He used to look at me like I really owed him too after that shit. I used to grit on his old ass like, I don't owe you shit, nigga. I gave you $70 for a sloppy job. Fuck around with you. You end up telling, nigga. But for real, I was just so happy, man. I made it out of that situation by not being one of the dudes that went to the hole. I still had my situation. I was still able to move. Of course, I didn't get Miss Sims. I didn't be able to get no poo-poo. But at the end of the day, I still was not in a hole or going to another camp for some BS, man, that I could have got tangled in, man. So for another situation, God has been on my side, man. But that was a crazy situation, though. That's the end of the damn story. I Appreciate y'all for watching, man. Y'all know the count, man. Stay your ass out the way for you can live out here with your family forever. Period. But y'all already know what this is, man. This is the Tuesday banger game. So what I need y'all to do with this one? Like, share, subscribe this one, y'all. Let's get it. Let's go. But y'all be safe and stay y'all ass out the way.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.